Welcome back to the InherAlchemist TV. In today's video, we are going to be doing our cast reaction series. And today, the focal point is Nell Fletcher. I know I promised Martell Holt, and we will get to him, but something had been urging me before Melody resigned from the show or whatever it is they're working out. Because, like I said, there's a possible reconciliation with Carlos down the line. I don't know if she'll be behind the scenes, in front of the scenes. I don't know. But for now, she's leaving. But prior to that, I was going to be doing a spread on Nell Fletcher. And something I was just sitting there taking a break from the last reading. You know, sometimes I be getting fired up and warmed up. And I feel like, yeah, get on the cards right now. But then I have to take a separation and make sure that the energy is clear so I can get fresh eyes. And I'm preparing to do Martell's mentally, and something said, do Nell Fletcher. So we pushing Nell Fletcher in there for whatever reason. I want her to speak, and I want her to speak her mind, see what's going on through these cards. You guys go ahead and like the video for me. Make sure you're subscribed. Always make sure you're subscribed and that you have your notification bells on, and we're going to jump right in. So I see Martell here. And I was going to call her Nellity. That's hilarious. I see Martell in Nell's spread. I want to know what that's about. Got my devil card here. But the reading is opening up with the Nine of Cups clarified by the Knight of Cups. And two things came to my mind. The first was that the Knight of Cups and the Nine of Cups in reverse, they're both in reverse. And I know sometimes I don't be announcing the reversals. I guess because I'm looking at the cards, I know what I'm saying. I need to be more careful with my speech. But sometimes I be saying the wrong thing of what I'm looking at. However, these cards are running alongside the Queen of Wands. And what I feel like is that Nell is having some regrets about not sharing the burden of experiencing infidelity on the show. And her and Chris have gone through something recently dealing with another woman. It could be another older woman. If she is an older woman, she looks good for her age, but maybe Creole, some light skin or mixed woman possibly. But anyways, they've had their fair share of experiences, and she's having some type of regret about not adding on or helping carry the burden of suffering through an infidelity in depth the way that Melody did. Now we know that she's probably mentioned it. Everybody's probably like, well, we had our troubles, but nobody was forced into the emotion of it all or forced to have to relive it, or be as, like I said, emotionally present in something. Even if it was Melody's past, it was always the present for some reason, right? And I feel like there's maybe some regret there. And she feels like she made a mistake. I don't know. And I feel like more of the errors that she made in their friendship are going to be coming out. And with this Knight of Cups in reverse, I feel like she's almost feeling like she wasn't the best friend. Nell also, I don't know if she used to drink or whatever she did, or she could be drowning in her sorrows right now, because I'm seeing somebody that's like drinking, singing old school music in the living room. She's sad. The overall energy for this spread was the Five of Cups and the Nine of Swords, and I feel like there's a guilty conscience there. Both of those cards represent a guilty conscience, but I think that guilty conscience, as opposed to being about a betrayal, quote unquote, has more to do with her feeling like she wasn't as good a friend as she could have been. She could have did more. Even if she did a lot, she could have did more. Nell's gonna be exposed, or something's gonna be exposed. I don't know if Nell had a hand in this in the background. I'm not going to implicate everybody because that wouldn't be fair, right? And there's a lot of love here. Nell Fletcher has a lot of genuine love for Melody Cherie. She has the Queen of Cups here. That's love. Two of Cups here. That's also love. But she has the Empress card in reverse. And I feel like there's an element to her love that is detached. You know what I mean? And this could even be with her own children, where her feelings for you or the depth of her love for you cannot be communicated in a way that feels genuine or that reaches the soul directly. You almost have to understand her love language because it's not sappy. You know what I mean? And maybe when she cries, because the Nine of Cups, he cries when he's in reverse, but maybe it's almost laughable or almost comical, as opposed to you feeling that she's feeling you, but she really do be feeling in those moments. But it's hard not to laugh when Nell cries. It's like, I'm getting church giggles. You guys know what those are? Have you ever accidentally laughed at church or at a funeral? I feel like when Nell cries, it almost makes people have church giggles, but she be dead serious. You know what I mean? But it comes off as overacting or something. It's not an act. She be serious, but it's not. It doesn't connect. It doesn't hit for whatever reason. I don't even think it's just with Melody. I think it's just with most people. Maybe not her husband, but you know, whatever. Also, it's possible one of her kids just came out of the closet, or she may have learned that somebody, a grandkid, somebody came out the closet recently in her family. But whatever it is, I feel with this Nine of Cups in reverse, something's going to come out. And maybe there's going to be a sincere and honest conversation about this between friends. I do feel like there may be a loss of friendship. Maybe she's blocked. Maybe she's left on D&D. You know? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe her and Melody aren't talking, or she doesn't have the opportunity to talk to her. And so she's taking on this mind of, well, hell, I'm free then. Oh, well, if it was fake, well then, yeah, let me go. Like that for some reason. I don't know why that tone even came to my mind. But I feel like because she's being shut out, she's accusing Melody of being a fake friend to her. But she wishes that she could talk to her. You know what I mean? She does. She wishes she could talk to her. I feel like she almost feels entitled in a way. But that would be like her thinking too highly of her importance and on this situation when it comes to Melody. You know what I mean? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. But the Nine of Cups, he's arrogant. And this is the situation I'm reading for, and that's kind of what I'm getting out of it, right? But at the same time, there is a sense of freedom that Nell is feeling from not having to be attached to, I don't know, Melody standards maybe. I don't know. The devil is here. You know what I mean? But I feel like Martell's here with this devil card. You know what I mean? So how liberated can you be? Because we know that Melody and Martell are not beefing with each other. Now, I know y'all gonna go crazy in the comments, and listen, have your time. Show God who you really are. Because I'm done responding to stuff like that. But Melody and Martell, they're family. They got 4 kids together. It's Team Holt. I'm Team Holt. If you wanna get all the way down into it, but look at them. Look at them coordinated at Mel's wedding with Martell in the navy blue with the gold buttons and Melody with the gold dress. And look at them coordinated at the reunion with the blue and white. They were always coordinated and looking really well together, right? I remember I was watching the show when I was going back and doing all my little history. And I don't know if it was season 3 or it was anywhere between 3 and 5. And they were already divorced, and they were having this conversation on a porch because Melody wouldn't let Martell in the house, and it was so hot. But they weren't arguing, but it was hot, and he couldn't come in the house. So she had a conversation with him on a porch, and everybody was wearing purple. And I said, that's quite interesting how y'all wearing the same color in y'all scenes. And I'm like, yeah, they want to be aesthetically pleasing. And nobody does it like the Holtz, right? Nobody does it like the Holtz. But anyways, let's get back to this reading, because I know y'all bitter Bettys do not want peace amongst the two of them, not even in a friendship, and that's sad. But anyways, now, like I said, I feel like again, maybe she can't reach Melody, and in her mind she's trying to say, well, that was fake, and I'm glad to be done with that since it wasn't real. You know what I mean? Saying stuff like that, maybe to herself or maybe out loud. But at the same time, if this information or this attitude leaks out to the public, everybody's gonna feel like, oh, now we see who you really are. Now we know how you really feel. You know what I mean? That's what I'm getting out of that. I'm also seeing a lot of parties, a lot of entertaining. So I don't know if that's what's going to be coming up on the next season. But there's going to be a lot of arguments and bickering too, because I feel like as a whole, Nell has a different opinion than most of the group. You know what I mean? Definitely. For surely. Yeah, most definitely. So the Knight of Cups is here, like I mentioned, and to me, that I don't know, that to me is giving me the vibe of a young child or a young adult, like I said, coming out the closet. Or I don't know if that's her storyline for the next season coming up, but it seems like maybe that's one of the family plots. You know what I mean? It could be something like that, for sure. But for the most part, like I said, I feel like that's referring to her and Mel's relationship and her feeling like it's one-sided and therefore it's fake, and therefore feeling relieved to not have to deal with that anymore. That's what I'm getting most of all. But there's a heavy, like I said, there's a heavy, to me, tone about their family and the storyline coming forward, especially because I got the Emperor and the crowning energy, and that represents family and fatherhood. But it is clarified by the Ace of Swords. And to me, I was getting more so a vibe of her being told to be quiet, or her needing or having to control her tongue. She's like in a phase where she's maybe blurting things out. Menopause, maybe with this Nine of Swords, night sweats. Maybe that's leading to like impatience. There's something about this Ace of Swords that's leading to impatience to me. And then this Emperor coming in to watch her. You know what I mean? Like it's like all eyes on watching Nell's mouth. You know, so I don't know if everybody's being told not to speak on this right now. To capture and harness the energy, maybe as a response on the show. You know what I mean? If they're not legally bound not to speak on her, but I don't know how that could work out, right? But you never know. But definitely, I feel like everybody is told to hold their tongue. For sure, with this Emperor and this Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords does have to do with the truth, though. And the Emperor does have to do with corporate organization. So, it also may be an ode to kind of like hiding the truth or holding the truth back about what really be going on behind these scenes. And then what's influencing that in the background is the Two of Swords, which is also reversed. And I have that with the Death card. I feel like that complements the initial energy of kind of like it being a stalemate. But I feel like that's because she's put on D&D. You know what I mean? She's trying to reach Melody. And she's unable to. And I feel like that's what this Two of Swords is representing more than anything. You know what I mean? I don't know. I feel like maybe Nell is hurt. Nell is hurt, but she has a guilty conscience. But there's like some type of attachment that she has with Melody with this Devil card. Her soul or her spirit is attached to her. Like I said, there's real love here. But at the same time, I'm feeling with this Two of Swords, I feel like there's like a need to release this relationship or correct maybe some mistakes that she made within it. I feel like she wants like to get to a place where she wants to let bygones be bygones maybe. But there's not the conversation. You know what I mean? There's not the conversation. There's something that Nell did where she wasn't being logical about a role that she played or something, and there's something that she wants to come clean about. What did you do? I don't know. Maybe there's like a divided loyalty with this Two of Swords in reverse. I feel like she does have some loyalty to Carlos or the organization or the job or the show or who's writing her check with that Emperor card. But then she also is very loyal, or even her husband with that Emperor card. But she's also loyal to Melody or even Martell. Oh, okay, because these divided loyalties, because the Emperor could be fatherhood, just paternal energy, right? But it also stands for corporate structures. But with this Devil card, I would almost say that she feels divided loyalty between her husband's, the Emperor's allegiance, the Devil with Martell, the friend, and Melody. Yeah, definitely. But in a process, it's like she unintentionally has lied to Melody about something. I don't feel like she means to be double dealing or she means to be disloyal. Whatever it is, it's not intentional, but it is. She is disloyal. But she feels in the middle with the Two of Swords in reverse. I feel like she feels like she's being tugged in different directions and she just doesn't want to upset anybody. But she doesn't want to get knocked off herself. I feel like also she felt like Melody was more powerful or more socially powerful and that she could handle her own. And maybe there was a sense of abandonment there with the Knight of Cups in reverse. I feel like maybe the abandonment came out of her feeling like she doesn't need her as much. Maybe as Martell was acting needy. You know what I mean? You know how like a parent will not emotionally support their independent child, even though we need that, but we come across like we don't. And then so all the attention goes to the other kids or the bad kids or the whatever kids. It's like that. And it seems like she looked at Mel as somebody who was powerful and charismatic and a leader and who could handle it and who needed her less. You know what I mean? And so she's maybe the type of mother who caters to disruptive children as opposed to the ones who are doing well. Yeah, definitely. But like I said, she feels locked out because I feel like not that there's an anger, but she just feels like Melody treats her superficially. And I feel like that angers her to a degree, which keeps her not intentional about not dividing loyalties. Like I said, she's doing it unintentionally, but it's out of carelessness because you're not being deliberate. That's a great word. Good job. Thank you, Spirit. She's not being deliberately careful about how she moves because she feels like Melody is being superficial with her and fake with her, right? And there's some things going on with this Devil card. There's some disturbing shit here. I don't know what it is. I don't know if somebody's an alcoholic. I don't know if somebody's taking pills. I don't know what's going on, but there's something that will be revealed about what Nell and her family struggles are, for sure. Devil card is here. Maybe somebody's in jail. Maybe that's a focus. You know what I mean? Definitely. Let's move forward. I think that's all I can really see out of that. I wanted to get a little bit more into the Six of Wands in reverse that I see coming down the pipe. You know, that's in the future position. And I feel like that is, I don't want to say a false start on Nell's part, but again, I feel like most of the cast will be racing to stardom. You know what I mean? Not to see who's going to carry the show, but it may start out with them feeling like, oh, we'll be equitable. But at the same time, a new star will emerge. Just like with Married to Medicine. You know how they got rid of Mariah? And then it was like, okay, well, getting rid of her will allow us all to shine. But then they still rip each other's head off in whatever way. But they, you know what I mean? Like that. It's a lot of parallels. Just like this whole grooming storyline. It was just giving me very much Candy and Todd and Portia. I don't know if you guys remember, Portia tried to make the same allegation against Candy and Todd on RHOA. And it also, I think it led to some show departures as well. Like, that's a pretty harsh thing to say, right? Now, I don't know. I feel like there's some harassment. Is she? Are you gonna harass Mel to get her? I don't know. Somebody's harassing somebody. I feel like Nell is going to be blowing up Melody's phone or popping up at her house, or I don't know. I feel like she's going to harass her, though, for some reason. Maybe because she feels like they've always talked, or they've always been in touch or whatever, and she feels like she's being put outside of the circle of trust, maybe. But when the Six of Wands is in reverse, there's some type of betrayal. And I have the Seven of Swords, but that's in reverse. But I also have the Seven of Wands. And when I pulled that Seven of Wands out, when I was dealing the deck, what it told me was I stand with Mel. Or I'm going to be defending her, standing up for her. That's what I saw. And where this is happening, or what conversation or context this is happening in, I don't know. But I can tell you that I don't know. Now that I look at it, though, it is kind of running side by side with the Emperor. And then we talked about the divided loyalty. So it's making me think, are you standing with your husband? But like I said, when I first laid out the spread and I saw that Seven of Wands, I said, okay, good. She's going to be standing up for Mel. But now I feel like I'm being called for a different reading, because it's clarified by the Empress in reverse. And that's not you being in positive female energy. And then it's, like I said, running alongside the Emperor. Yeah. So I think she might be taking Martell and Chris's side, or the men's side in this. Yeah. I think the truth is going to come out about Jesus Christ, Nell. So Nell, damn. Nell, I don't think she's damn, but she got the Queen of Cups here. She loves her, but I don't feel like she's going to be in solidarity with her. No, I don't. She's either moving with her husband, the organization, Martell, and then the Empress is in reverse. That's like not good female energy. But I feel like it's also an energy of you feeling disrespected, or being, either you feel disrespected or you're being disrespectful. Or maybe she feels disrespected because Melody has her blocked out. That's a tough one. I don't know, because that could go in a lot of ways. That could go in a lot of ways, for sure. I feel like Melody's not getting the calls, though, with the Six of Wands in reverse. I don't know. Or maybe she meant to email you back, or meant to write you back, or meant to text you back, and she forgot or something. You know, and maybe Nell took it the wrong way and was like, okay, I'm done with the fake. I'm done with the fake and phony. You know what I mean? But it's almost like she's telling herself. Now, with this new structure of this cast, though, Nell, it seems to be a little haughty. You know what I mean? So I don't know how this new cast is going to merge, or what they're filming. But to me, it's looking like Nell has her nose up in the air at a lot of the other cast members. Or like she feels like they are beneath her. Yeah, definitely. I don't know why. But yeah, I don't feel like that's going to fare well, because that's like, I feel like maybe something embarrassing is going to be brought to the table, but that could be somebody coming out the closet. Maybe that's embarrassing in a way. Because when you think about it, if all of these people banded together to get rid of Melody, then where's the conflict gonna come in for the next season? And we know they need conflict. Now, I already seen everybody turning on Kimmy. Oh, maybe Kimmy and Nell will be, you know, the matriarchs fighting for matriarchal power. You know what I mean? Because this Six of Wands in reverse is clarified by that Six of Pentacles. And that to me is like redistributing the power. You know what I mean? Or redistributing who's in charge, maybe, or the boss, maybe. However you want to look at that, right? Now, Nell herself is coming in as the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Cups. And that makes me feel good because I know she cares about Melody. A lot. Deeply. But, she's not choosing her. She's not choosing her because she thinks that their relationship is fake. And she's made other alliances. We got 2 queens here. That's an alliance with other women on the show. You know what I mean? Or, like I said, you allied with them. And, oh, I forgot there was Destiny too, right? Yeah, who's going to fight to be the Queen Bee? That's what I'm looking at. Who's going to fight to be the Queen Bee? But now you punking out, though, with this Queen of Cups. Because this is showing that you going to fall on the damsel in distress role. And instead of you fighting with the other girls, you going to be pulling out your fake real tears that we talked about earlier. Because they're real, but they just... I can't wait to see this. This is going to be funny. Yeah, this is interesting. Nell is she ain't paying attention though. These other girls, they may already be plotting though, but Nell is unfocused. You know what I mean? She don't think like, she's not I don't want to say she's not convoluted, but she's not a plotter. You know what I mean? She might be a follower more than anything with this Queen of Cups. You know what I mean? I'm not taking away from any of her abilities or skills as a woman, but I'm just saying that she's not one to convolute the plan, but she will go along with it, particularly if it has to do with her husband or with the men or the fellas, if you will. Yeah, for sure. Ooh, I feel like Nell is gonna be feeling lonely on that show, or alienated, or isolated, or hell, that might be Kimmy coming for her though. Yeah, because I feel like in the beginning Nell's acting kind of haughty, like she is the star, and then I feel like maybe, like I said, I don't know why I'm getting Kimmy, but I'm getting Kimmy. I'm getting her and Kimmy. I'm getting her and Kimmy for sure. Like maybe she, I don't know. Do they have a relationship, or has Nell had conversations with them? And I'm not talking about the kind that they have when they're at their events, but have they had one-on-one scenes with each other? I don't recall seeing them in one-on-one scenes or meeting up for lunch or dinner. And does that, not to blame Melody, quote unquote, but does that have to do with that loyalty? Is that why she doesn't film one-on-one with them? And if Melody is not there and not answering Nell's phone calls, now I'm kind of seeing it. I'm seeing the vision. You know what I mean? Now, there's definitely, I feel like the Seven of Swords is here with the King of with the High Priestess and that Queen of Cups. This is showing me that, you know, Nell, she's a manipulator, or she could be being manipulated, because it is an external environment. I will say that. So it's possible that there's another woman on that cast, and I think it's Kimmy. I do. Sorry. That is manipulating her, or going to be manipulating her into, like I said, I don't know, picking a side, turning on Mel, talking about something. Maybe that's why that Emperor and that Ace of Swords is there saying, control your tongue, control your tongue. Because somebody is slick and dealt with this Seven of Swords. Even though Seven of Swords is in reverse, but it's still something unethical. You know what I mean? It's somebody trying to convince you to slander somebody else. For sure. High Priestess, there's a evil biatch that's about to play on in Nell's face. For sure. Maybe under the guise of a friendship. I don't know. But she's manipulating her into slandering Melody. Or trying to make Melody the subject of some type of gossip. That may come up in the next season. And Nell, she's unfocused and kind of dingy. And this is saying, no, you need to pay attention with this Seven of Swords in reverse. Yeah, you need to pay attention. Yeah, definitely. Somebody, either somebody is trying to deceive her or she's trying to deceive somebody. But the Seven of Swords in reverse is about sabotage. So like I said, somebody could be trying to sabotage her by trying to bait her or goad her into some kind of conversation. They're manipulating her into slandering somebody. That's why this control your tongue is here. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Nell is asleep at the wheel, though. She might fall for it. But if she does fall for it, it might be because of her deeper feelings of being ignored by Melody, or like I said, being on do not disturb. But that in and of itself ain't even personal. Huh. Yeah. Nell, you think you in the circle, you not in the circle. Damn, it's like so many clicks within a click. Nell is not in the women's circle. That's why I don't know. Nell, do you have any one-on-one friendships with these other women? They're about to try to turn, they're not, I don't know if they're trying to turn Nell against Melody, but they're trying to get Nell to publicly reveal something or say something negative or to gossip about Melody. That Emperor and that Ace of Swords is there. Nell, control your tongue. But like I said, Nell is asleep at the wheel. She's not paying attention like that. And she gonna probably end up falling for it. You know? Because somebody is, one of these women with this High Priestess and the Seven of Swords in reverse is intentionally trying to hurt Melody. Period. Nell is unintentionally going to hurt Melody. Probably. But, ugh. Maybe that's why this overall energy for this spread is a guilty conscience. Has this already happened? Did you guys say they were filming already? Is that why you harassing Melody and trying to get all up in her face and do too much because you have a guilty conscience? Because you know what? Don't sometimes with people with guilty consciences overcompensate? Don't they do that? Don't they try to be in your face a little too much? And you be like, what's up? You know what I mean? Like, you call me on the answer. Okay, big deal. I'll hit you in a couple days. Why are you pressing me? Because your ass then did something. Yep. Now, what did you do? Goddamn, I already got half the deck out. I don't want to have to pull out another deck to find out what you did. Lord, I don't want to do that. That's too much work. I ain't putting in that kind of work. Yeah, it has to do with Martell, though, for sure. Because that devil card is here, smack dead, opening up the spread. Yeah, for surely. Or with this, no, because the Knight of Cups, I think, is a guy. I was going to say, or is she befriending Martell's little thing? But no, I don't think that's it. Woo, interesting. Now this, that's interesting. Anyways, listen, let me know what you guys think of this reading. If you've heard anything at all, let me know about that. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the reading. Smash that like button for me. Make sure you're subscribed and turn your notification bells on. And yes, I'm going to be doing Martell next, or I hope that's who calls me. I don't know. I'm usually interested in doing Martell spread, but he's been boring me lately. Maybe I'll do Destiny or something like that, because these women, they got a lot going on. Okay. We got to capitalize while it's hot. But anyways, case in point is, I'll see you guys on the next one.